quiet evening, it seems like.
The new bread. It's from Dana's bread. The Israeli family, the ones that were doing for foundation school.
Nice.
It is
Ooh,
like eating a cloud.
do we have to share?
No. No,
Yeah.
we don't.
Okay. I don't know what time they're coming. If they don't, we'll have to do the television tomorrow.
It's mitzvah o'clock.
Okay. So you let me know if it's too loud, because I can't tell. Okay? We have 2 minutes to go, guys.
I know, the energy in the room is just overwhelming.
Can we start now? That's okay.
There's one part where you go and you stop.
Yes?
You have that like 30 minute or so building up. We should be dancing.
For Havu? Ooh, you're welcome to lead it.
Have my knees replaced very quickly.
Depends on the week.
Right,
That one's
okay.
slow.
Wow. It really is.
Because mine says 6:15 and that hasn't changed.
Wow. Oh. Okay. Hey, we can go with that. And then assume it's a 1 minute.
Yeah. All right. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
It's wonderful to come together. It might be chilly outside, but it, as quiet as it is in here, it is warm. It does feel good to have the warmth of community here as we welcome Shabbat. We begin on page 5 with Shalom Alechem, welcoming ourselves, welcoming the angels of Shabbat into this space.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech Malchi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem LeShalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech Malchi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruchuni LeShalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech Malchi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Tzedchem LeShalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech Malchi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We turn to page 11, Lechuna Ranana, this notion of going into Shabbat. It's active. We may not be getting up to dance, as Steve suggested before we start, but it is an action of letting go of the week that we had and allowing ourselves to settle into the weekend, to the Shabbat, to this period before us of rest. So we invite you to sing with us as we let go of the week, perhaps even breathe in and out, and physically letting go all that you've carried as well. Page 11.
Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena l'Adonai, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena l'Adonai. Nariya, nariya letzuri sheno, nekadma fanav v'todah. Nariya letzuri sheno, bizmiro nariya lo, lechu neranena, neranena, lechu neranena l'Adonai, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena נרננה, כי אל גדול אדוני, ומלך גדול על כל אלוהים, אשר בידו מחקרי הארץ, ותועפות ההרים לו. לכו 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 נרננה, לכו 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 נרננה, אשר לא היה והוא עשהו, ויבשת ידיו יצרו, בואו נשתחווה ונכרע, נברכה לפני אדוני עושנו. לכו 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 נרננה, לכו 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 נרננה, כי הוא אלוהינו ואנחנו עמים איתו, וצאן ידו היומים בקולו ישמעו. לכו 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 נרננה, לכו 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 נרננה, אל תקשו לבכם כי מריבה, כיום מסע במדבר, אשר ניסוני אבותיכם, ואנוני גם ופועלי. לכו 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 נרננה, או לכו 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 נרננה. 40 שנה כל בדור, ואמר כהן לבבם, והם לא ידעו דרכי, אשר נשבעתי באפי, הם יבואו אל מנוחתי.
We turn to page 21 for Psalm 29, the psalm that is the psalm that we sing on Shabbat by way of acclaiming the moment of bringing up our voice, the call, the voice that we need to bring praise and peace in our day.
Imagine it was in key. It's a little out of tune.
David, Avon Adonai Menelim, Avon Adonai Kavod, Avon Adonai Kevod Shemo, Ishtachavon Adonai Be'adrat Kodesh, Kol Adonai al Hamayim El HaKavod, Irim Adonai al Mayim, Mayim Rabim, Kol Adonai V'Kovav, Kol Adonai Me'adar, Kol Adonai Shover Arazim, וישבר אדוני את ארזי הלבנון, וירקידם כמו עגל לבנון, וסיריון כמו בן רמים. כל אדוני חוצב להבות אש, כל אדוני יכיל מדבר, יכיל אדוני מדבר קש, כל אדוני יכול לילות, ויחשוף יערות, ובחלום לא אומר כבוד. אדוני על המבול ישב, וישב אדוני מלך לעולם, אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. איי 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 איי
And for those who came late,
Just keep going.
okay, that's, yeah, the infinite loop.
The infinite loop of welcoming Shabbat. We could get stuck in Shabbat. I think that would be okay. A little extra napping, less moving, could be good. We'll turn to page 23 for Lechado D. Our tradition is the first two stanzas on page 23. Then we'll turn to page 25 for the last two stanzas. When we get to that last stanza, I'll invite you at that time to rise and face towards our entrance as we physically work to greet the Shabbat bride. Page 23.
All right.
שמור וזכור בדיבורך תשמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ותפארת ולתהילה לך דודי לקרא קלה פני שם נקבלה לך דודי לקרא קלה פני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה עכשיו התחילה איך דודי לקרא קלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקרא קלה פני שבת נקבלה דודי לקרא קלה פני שבת נקבלה ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תריצי על יד איש בן פרצי ונשמחה ונגילה לך דודי לקרא קלה פני שבת נקבלה בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה וצורה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה דודי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה שבת שלום שבת שלום שבת שלום ומבורך.
You may may be seated as we turn to page 27, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat.
I know this one.
Go ahead.
מזמור ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון, טוב להודות לאדוני, להגיד בבוקר חסדך באמונתך, בלילות טוב להודות לאדוני. עלי עשור בלן עבדך רעלן, טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר שמך עליון, טוב להודות לאדוני, טוב להודות לאדוני. נשבר לו ידיו, בכלו חשרים, גם אדוני, כי נלבך, אדוני, כי נלבך. ושולה תשמענה אוזני. צדיק אתה אמרי יפרח כארז בלבנון, יזכה שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו עוד ינובון ושבע, דשנים ורעננים, כי עוד להגיד הר אדוני צורי ולא עברת ועוד. עדותיך נמנו מאוד לביתך בקודש, אדוני לאורך ימים.
Shabbat Shalom. Here's a bit of a, we'll say, challenging question to ponder about our biblical narrative. What would have happened if at any point God had decided the Jewish people, the Israelite nation, were not worthy of redemption? What would have happened if at one point God had decided they were not worthy of receiving the Torah? It's a question that is truly hypothetical, because to answer it would negate, in a certain sense, the existence of Judaism altogether. What if? There are certain times in the Torah where we see what happens when God seems to consider the worthiness of the Israelite nation and the future that they may have. And this week is one of those moments. Our Torah portion this week is Parshat Shmot, begin this second book of the Torah, we quickly move through a change in leadership in Egypt as a new pharaoh, one who isn't so keen on the Israelites, decrees that all males born should be put to death. Thankfully, the midwives ignore this decree, and Moshe, along with other children, are kept alive. We learn how God was watching, God was observing the Israelite nation. The text says, God looked upon the Israelites. A close read of this verse implies that God was checking on the people to see exactly how they were handling this latest stumbling block, as it were, in their journey. And an ancient commentary conjures up this image of God observing the Israelites to see the choices that they're making. Were they fighting and competing with one another, or was this nation working together? Despite the misery that was slavery in Egypt, what God sees is the Israelites trying to help one another, instead of each person only looking out for themselves. When one finished one task, the commentator understands, that person would help another finish their job. Therefore, it's because of this teamwork that God sees that the Israelites are worthy of being freed from Pharaoh's harsh labor. Imagine being an Israelite in Egypt. You've been there for quite some time. A new king who enforced harsh labor comes for your community. There were quotas to fill, deadlines to be had. The Israelites could have easily adopted an every person for themselves mentality, but because they themselves knew that the best way, and perhaps the only way forward, was to work together. Yes, God provided the circumstances and the leader for their redemption, but it's this unity of purpose that led the Israelites out of slavery and into the world where Judaism could become the religion that we have today. Teamwork made that dream work. And as a community, we learn that we support one another even when it might not be the easiest of work, because that is what redemption is. Our Torah portion, Parshat Shmot, begins with the words, Ve'ele Shmot B'nei Yisrael Haba'im. And these are the names of the sons of Israel who came to Egypt. But the first letter of each of those words, Shemot B'nei Yisrael Haba'im, names of the children of Israel who came, are Shin, Bet, Yud, and Hey, which is the Hebrew word for redemption, in particular redeeming of captives. Because the work of redemption is never perfect or complete. There's always more work to do. Some people say it's when the Parsha matches what's happening in the world. Yes, this is a good Parsha for this moment. But more than that, the Torah has existed for us as a core document because of the way it inspires us to act and behave, to have faith and to be when we experience different moments in life. And in this moment, for us as a people, we stand at the precipice of redemption, not from Egypt, in this moment with the hopes and prayers that the hostage and ceasefire deal will hold to Sunday, that we will too see freedom walking forward. I'd like to end with the prayer from Rabbi Sharon Brous. May this ceasefire and hostage release be the beginning of the end, an end to the agony of the hostages and the torturous and families. You may be seated.
מעביר יום מבין לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני המרהיב הרבים.
Page 40, Ahavat Olam, let a great peace, a great love embrace our world.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת תורה 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 ומצוות חוקים חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת תורה 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 ומצוות חוקים חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו קומנו נשיח בחוקיך נשיח בחוקיך תורה 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 ומצוות חוקים חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד לעולם ועד כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו והם נגי יומם ולילה ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים תורה 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 ומצוות חוקים חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
Page 41.
שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך. ושמתם דברי אלה על לבבכם אשר אמר. ויאמר אדוני אשר אמר, דבר בני ישראל, מה אתה עליהם עשו להם ציצית. אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
We turn to page 44, the words Mi Chamocha, the original redemption song. I wrote about it this week in the weekly Eve Blast if you haven't read my Devar Torah yet.
You and Bob Marley?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. ומלכותו ורצון כאילו עליהם, משה ובנימין בני ישראל, לחנו שירה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורא תהילות, אוסף אל מלכותך לא בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה, זה לי הנוף ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר, יפדה אדוני את יעקב, גאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני Israel.
Page 45, Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom. Let us all lie down in peace in the midst of a mad world.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים, לחיים, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, 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 ותקננו בעצה טובה מלפניך, מלפניך, והושיענו למען שמך, והגן בעדנו, יסר מעלינו אויב דבר וחרב, ורע ויגון, השכיבנו לשלום, שלום. והסר שטן מלפנינו, לפנינו, לפנינו, מאחרינו, אחרינו, 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 ובצל כנפיך תסתירנו, 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 כי אלה שומרנו, 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 מצילנו עמתה, השכיבנו, השכיבנו לשלום, שלום, ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלום, אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו בכל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Before we rise for Vishamru, it is a pleasure to invite up Amit and his parents as Amit receives his talit in honor of his bar mitzvah tomorrow morning.
Good evening, Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you, Rabbi Pozin and Cantor Beaton for giving us this opportunity. Dear Amit, this is the third and final Talit presentation for us, and we are as excited as ever. We are so happy to reach this phase together with you. This is an exciting time, and we are confident that wonderful times are ahead for you and for us together with you. Life is full of cycles, however. One cycle will take you down, another will lift you up. But we know the sum of the cycles will be positive at the end. Your deep insights into difficult matters and your ability to articulate them always surprise us with a fresh look at things, presenting things to us from a different point of view. Well, today we would like to present this talit to wrap around you in its significances.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להתעטף ציצית.
Thank you.
As I always think, Amit, you can sit down, but when I think of you having your bar mitzvah, Amit, I think it was probably my first or second high holidays here. I don't know if you remember, Meirav. You know where I think of this, so it was Yom Kippur, it was Ne'ilah, it was the end of Yom Kippur, and the sanctuary is filled with energy and people and children, and some of the children were outside in the courtyard and they were playing, and all of a sudden we get word that Amit cannot be found. And so we're all looking for, did he wander off? Where is he hiding? And we have from the Bima, we call Amit, if you're in here, please come so we can reunite you with your parents. And he doesn't come. And we're looking, and we're looking, and we're looking. And finally, it turns out after all of that, Amit was underneath the chairs in the back of the sanctuary over by where the kitchen door is, just underneath the pews, having a delightful time, while the rest of us were frantically looking for you. And I think of that moment, you now have a proper place to be as a leader in our community. I mean, you could still hide under the chairs if you want to. Might be a little harder to get under there, but this moment is a moment of really finding your place as a leader. So it's wonderful to connect those two moments with you.
I should add that I was searching the halls. It was getting dark.
Yeah, it was getting dark out.
He started to tell me about how his mom had 6 kids. And Rabbi E found him. And when we found him, we said, "Where were you?" And he said, "I was in the sanctuary."
It's a memorable story for sure. That's how you know you're comfortable in the shul, right? Is when you can find a good hiding spot. But we're happy to celebrate with you. And this time when we call you up to the Torah, you'll come tomorrow morning? We won't find you? Good. With that, we'll turn to the Vishamru on page 46 and invite you to rise.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובבני ישראל לא תהי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש יתגדל ויתקדש שמך רבה ועמד יברך כרותך וימליך מלכותך בחיי כל יום כל ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן ישמע רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם וינשא ותדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמך תקודשה בריחו לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תאמירן בעלמא ויאמרו אמן.
The private Amidah for Shabbat evenings, pages 47 through 52. We invite you to use the words of our ancestors printed in our Siddur, as well as the words of your heart.
שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמרו.
By war, knitting and crochet help is provided. All are welcome. Also on Sunday at 2 p.m., Rabbi Kosak is honoring Martin Luther King Day with the Vancouver Avenue First Baptist Church, where he'll be the keynote at the 19th Annual Drum Major Ecumenical Services. Next week, next Wednesday at 7 p.m., right in this very room, Israel 360 presents the Pediatric Hospital Program. And then next Friday is Shishi Shabbat, Israeli-American dinner at 7 p.m. in Birnbach. It's also Fourth Fridays, so for families with younger children at my house, I don't know if the food will, we're both having salmon, so you can't go wrong either place you go to. We're sitting on the floor at my house, though, so wear pants. And then also, of course, next week on Sunday morning, beginning at 9 a.m., is our congregational vote to affirm the recommendation of our Rabbinic Transition Committee and the Board of Directors for our new senior rabbi.
Who did they recommend?
I think her name is Rabbi Eve Posen. I will be so grateful to not have to make the uncomfortable announcement about coming to vote, hopefully affirming the vote of the Board of Directors. It'll be wonderful. There's food, so all congregants are invited. It starts with food. You'll get your ballot. There's a Q&A town hall. It's in the main sanctuary. Main sink, the big stage for that one. And then your your reminder that we have minyan not just on Friday nights and not just Shabbat morning, but we come together every single day of the week. Sunday at 8:45, this Monday 9 a.m. because our offices are closed so that we can all go out and do work for Martin Luther King Day, and then the rest of the week at 7:15 a.m. As you're coming to the building, we now have a food pantry open to all congregants and staff. If you are in need of food assistance, there's flyers around the building to help you. That's a very private and respectful process. If you see dry goods that we're in need of while you're out shopping and can pick up some extra and bring them, that's helpful as well, so we can keep that food pantry stocked. We have a blood drive on Thursday from 12 to 5, and next Shabbat, I forgot about this in between, it's Cholent Shabbat. Cholent Shabbat. Rabbi Kozak has been teaching his Cholent class. They're making Cholent. Well, it's a stew, traditional Jewish Ashkenazi version of a stew. There'll be meat and vegetarian options. Everyone's invited to try. No registration required after services next Saturday, followed by an afternoon of singing and learning and just being together. And with that,
Let's sing together.
Let's sing together Yigdal on page 62, followed by Hamotzi.
יגדל אלוהים חי וישתבח, נמצא ונטל מציאותו, אחד בן יחיד כייחודו, נעלם וגם אין סוף לאחדותו, אין לו דמות הגוף ואינו גוף, לא נער אוכליו קדושתו, קדמון לכל דבר אשר נברא, ראשון וראשין לראשיתו, הינו אדון עולם וכל נוצר, יורק גדולתו ומלכותו, שפע נבואתו לתנוער, אנשי סגולתו ותפארתו, לא קם מישראל כמו שעוד, נביא ומביט את אמונתו, תורת אמת נתן לעמואל, על יד נביאו נאמן ביתו, לא יחליף האל ולא ימיר, דתו לעולמים לזולתו, צופה ויודע סתרנו, מביט לסוף דבר וקלמתו, גומל לאיש חסד כמפעלו, נותן לרשע רע כרישתו, ישלח לקץ ימין משיחנו, לבדו מחכה קץ ישועתו, מתים יחייל ברוב חסדו, ברוך עדי אשר תהילתו, מתים יחייל ברוב חסדו, ברוך עדי עד שם תהילתו. אמן. Amen. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Come have some challah. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat bete avon. Come on up, come on up.
We have a new baker now for our class. Come enjoy it. It's like eating a cloud.
Mia, and there's a new challah here. Jonah, if you want some challah?
I'm gonna poke it up.
Good. Watch your hands. Careful of the knife. Wait.
Go for it. Take a piece and then I'll keep
That's right.
You know, it's nice to have her. Yeah, hello. Nice to see you. Yeah, go for it. It's a new bakery. Yeah, doesn't it feel nice and light? All right, you gotta see if you like it. Welcome, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. It's true. Jews exist outside LA. Who knew? Yeah. Cantor Vitoni's right over there. Cantor Vitone. All right, I gotta hear if you like the new bread. Yes. Your second piece? No. This is the new baker. Yeah. You're welcome, Ezra. It's an Israeli couple. Those bread, Dana's bread. We're using them for foundation school every other Friday to kids get dough. Oh, it's so yeah.
ברוך הבאה, שבת שלום, נעים מאוד, אני אייל. אייל ביטון.
Thank you very much.
Which grandmother? Mother's mother? Mother's mother was Jewish? Mother is Jewish, so yes, if her mother's mother was Jewish, then her mother was Jewish. Even if she's
Yes, it is.
she's Jewish. She gets it. She's a unique area. Mazel tov.
But it's tumultuous.
All right, look forward to it. Yeah. Hi, Mimush.
Amen. Into that. Yes.
How was that challah? Was it good? Did it taste just like foundation school challah? Yeah, it's because it's the same.
Sesame seeds.
Oh, you know, I'm not a fan of the sesame seeds on the challah either. Maybe I'll have to talk to them about getting plain challah.
We like to put a mini chocolate chip in.
I mean, yes. Who doesn't like mini chocolate chips on their challah?
Thank you so much.
Of course. It's so good to see you. Oh, the challah was a hit. I'll take it.
Surprise, Javier. Oh, wait. You want to undo it, Rafik? Can you help me? Here, undo that. Take it out. Take that plug cable out. Got it out? Good. And from the amp. Take it out from the amp, too. That's the amp behind you. Not that. Yes. Hold that.
C'est quoi ça, papa?
C'est quoi?